Hello everyone, welcome back to Triton Cup 55. Also, thank you for the raid, Pro Chara. You're probably not here anymore, but just thank you a lot. Now we have the two teams, ASC Tenshi versus Fritas. I've never seen this team before. And of course, I'm joined here by my good friend Chili with a boy.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Thank you to everyone that's joined us and that's still with us. Been an incredible Triton Cup so far. We've just come off what has been a really intense winners finals that went all the way to game 5 with some really intensive counter picks. Well done to Gimmick Propaganda for making it through. We have ASC Tenshi, who of course are probably quite well-known faces in the community at this point. They came second in Division 1 of Looty, so their record kind of speaks for itself. Fritas, me and Spyo, unfortunately a little bit ignorant about, but to make it this far is not a trivial thing at all. And they are seeded second, so their record again speaks for themselves. So looking forward to seeing what's going on here. Losers semis, we won't have any counter picks, and it is only a best of 3, so very, very few chances to turn around a rough start. Got the Splatana wiper coming out, always love to see that. And fairly more standard comps than we've seen tonight so far, Spy, that's probably fair to say, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely fair to say. I mean, we see a ballpoint which is like really common in the meta right now. It's such a good fit with Splash, especially after its recent buff with Inkjet. And of course, the Splatana Wiper also a really strong weapon. We see the machine just got... Wait, what the hell? Why are there 3 people on the side of Fritas dead now? What just
Tenshi just wasting no time at all. That kind of tournament experience coming through. Not surprising, as I say, given their kind of record. They've got really nice control of the zone, but they haven't been able to push in too much further. That being said, playing it safe does seem to have worked out for them. They have got 2 people down, so now if they want to extend a bit more would be a good time. We've got Lou coming out with the jet, applying loads of pressure there on one of their players trapped in the top right corner, and 50 seconds off the clock, and Fritas haven't really managed to get much ground back. So has been looking really strong. This is their best chance. That's 3 down, so the Rays will have to retreat here. Fritas the first opportunity to cap. Now we'll see if they're able to get in and get deep, or whether they're going to have to just hold for now and bide some time.
Yeah, but like honestly, such a good push off the start. I mean, we're only 1 minute into this game, and ASC Tenshi has already pushed to 34, which is a really strong start of this game. We see Luke being a really kind of aggressive machine playing against another machine, and of course the machine wins against the machine. What a beautiful outcome. And
to early Splatoon 3 meta right there.
I just like to be sarcastic sometimes. I hope this is okay.
But yeah, really good showing from Fritas here. They've actually managed to hold with a numbers advantage. So as strong as AC Tenshi's start was, this is not by any means going to be a one-sided match. And I think this is kind of the thing we've seen all evening, isn't it, Spy? Like, we can't really finish our sentences without there being another kind of trade or exchange. So I think to players that say splat zones is a very passive mode, yes, historically maybe, but as the meta's growing, it feels like there's a lot of carnage, and I'm here all for it. Tenshi with a numbers advantage now, so I think they are going to get a nice recap, and that is a fat penalty for Fritas to deal with.
Yeah, but like ASC Tenshi being in a really good spot right now. I mean, they have a lot of control in general. Like, it's really not that one-sided right now. But we see Fritas are not giving up that easily. They got a lot of specials coming up. We just saw the stamp going up. We saw the good old Crab Tank, our friendly ally, and really seems like Fritas are up for a little bit more carnage. We see that Splatana Wiper just constantly throwing the good old torpedoes. They're thirsty for blood. We can realize that.
I feel like Kenlu, their wiper, has had a really good sense of where all of Tenshi's players are. Like, they keep using those torpedoes to scout, to apply pressure, to keep people at bay. A little bit more passive than I've seen some wipers for, but for their team composition, it's working really well, because Fritas have a lot of aggression in their comp. They've done an incredible job here to hold as well as they have. They have 2 down, and they're not wasting any time now moving up and getting back in there. 12 seconds to hold, so they're not going to go too deep. They're just going to focus on having a really secure hold amid. That booyah bomb to signal victory, and it is indeed going to do that. So despite ASC Tenshi's really strong start, Fritas, look how yellow that map is. That was a really good response.
Yeah, like, honestly, they just had so much pain output, and I feel like using the Splatana Wiper being a little bit more passive is definitely true. Like, they were just a lot more focused on spamming torpedoes, and I feel like that just kind of added to this really good pain output that they had to begin with.
Like we say as well, best of 3 only at the moment in losers semis. So this is going to be the tournament life for ASC Tenshi. This is a team that we're all, familiar with, and that's had a lot of experience at tourney level, and very known faces through Luti. So I'm sure that won't phase them. I'm sure the nerves won't kick in too much. But Papas Fritas have really shown that they're a force to deal with here. Splat zones on Manta Maria. I love this map. I'm glad we still have a flanking option, but because it's not a Splatoon 3 map basically. But hey, we'll take it. And I think. Yeah, fair bit of pressure on ASC Tenshi here, but I think we'll still have an engaging back and forth, and we'll see if we can get a game 3 out of them. What do you think they need to do differently, Spy?
I honestly don't really have any recommendation options, but honestly, I feel like the Splatana Wiper being this kind of more sub-weapon, spammy weapon is interesting. I don't know if it'll work on long terms, but I could definitely see it being staying like this. And also Manta Maria just... Oh god, it's such a good map. I just love being at that one plat and just camping there. It's fun.
Yeah, it is indeed. We're seeing faith in the compositions both teams have used. They're both very, very solid compositions in the current meta, so that makes sense. For people just joining us, we are seeing a lot of ball points battling in tournament at the moment. As Spy kind of said earlier, the buffs to Inkjet have done wonders for it, and obviously the flexibility of the main weapon comes in clutch in a map like Zones. Papas Fritas again with the strong opening here. That is 2 players down, 3 players down, so this will be a cap and a good opportunity to get a lot of map control. Kiwi already doing their best to make the walls all in Papas Fritas' favour. That's really good kind of map awareness there and planning ahead. We're seeing the poking coming in from the Wiper that has been doing so well with the torpedoes. And yeah, there are really hardcore QR builds with the Wiper that are just constant aggression, but this is a totally viable strategy as well. The Wiper is a really good poking weapon to deter space. It looks like they're going to hold here, Spy, as well.
Yeah, especially their control right now is really just kind of what ASC Tenshi really can't deal with that much. I mean, we just see the Splash being absolutely bombarded by that crab tank. We also see the machine being a little bit flanky around around these grades. But right now it's really even. I mean, there are 2 people down on the side of Papas Fritas, and there are 3 people down on the side of ASC Tenshi. Of course, some of them respawned. But
it was April and... Go on.
Oh, as I said, Papas Fritas really have a lot of control. They have a lot of kill output as well. They constantly get picks. Somehow they just know where their enemies are. They have Haunt activated. I just know it.
Yeah, they really, really do. I was going to say it was even until April just went and killed everybody. Because as soon as you were saying it was even, which it was at the time, April went on an absolute tear there. It was really, really impressive. I recognise April from a number of kind of teams, although not necessarily this one. Are Papas Fritas gonna get a full wipeout here? They're not. They've actually lost 3 players though, so this is ASC Tenshi's chance. They've got to prioritize that zone. They are going to do so. And ASC Tenshi on their last legs, but they've got 3 minutes on the clock, and they've just given Papas Fritas a massive, massive penalty. But the question is, can they hold against Papas Fritas' aggression? Because they've been getting back into the game so quickly every single time they've been on the back foot, and it's been giving ASC Tenshi a real hard time. They've already lost 2 players again, and that wiper is gonna annihilate that crab tank, so that crab off is not going to happen. I mean, just look at this fight. It doesn't feel like Papas Fritas can be kept at bay for long.
I mean, yeah, definitely. One person was forced to jump out, and they just left alone the other person, which was just left to die, which was kind of a sad moment. I feel like this is just kind of a movie moment. And really, you said Papas Fritas has so much control. They have a lot of kill output, and right now ASC Tenshi, while using some specials, they still have some work to do, especially because while their penalty is not that high, they still have a lot of points to work off, especially because Papas Fritas has only 8 points left on this kind of timer clock, and we just see them completely annihilating ASC Tenshi from top to bottom, which is absolutely insane. This map is really dictated by this team right now. They have such a good coordination, they have such good special output, and of course they have this movement though, really this movement. What is happening?
It does feel like April knows they're on camera right now, doesn't it? And they're just giving us a show. It's very, very impressive. I think ASC Tenshi, they are surviving. They have managed to get another penalty, but look how quick Papas Fritas have managed to work it down. Obviously, ASC Tenshi, incredible players, so not meaning anything negatively in terms of how great these players are, but Papas Fritas, just in terms of their coordination, just so impressive this set. And it does look like that is going to be a very, very clean 2-0 victory for them. No surprises at all that they've made it this far in the losers bracket with that performance.
Yeah, I mean, if you're winning against a team like ASC Tenshi, then you're gonna be good. Like, we Tenshi at so many tournaments. Like, I feel like they're one of the most known teams in Dapple production history, I feel like. Like, everybody knows who ASC Tenshi is.
And for good reason, they show up, they've been on the grind, they've got the results, as you can't have anything but respect for them. That is going to be a very quick 2-0 victory for Papas Fritas, but congratulations on ASC Tenshi for making it this far. We are going to be going to Papas Fritas versus 1600 V-Bucks next for losers finals, which will be a best of 5, I believe, with counterpicks. 1600 V-Bucks being the fully evolved and upgraded version of 1500 V-Bucks, as Flyers inform me. And also 1600 V-Bucks have been Papas Fritas' bracket demon, in that they were the team that knocked them to losers. They knocked them to losers in a 3-1 victory. So Papas Fritas have shown how strong they are, but they're going to have to have adapted to what sent them down to losers in the first place. So this is their chance for a revenge. It will be a best of 5, so they'll have a chance to adapt, but 1600 V-Bucks has got a laugh out of Brick there. Yes, very, very creative naming upgrade convention. So I believe we might be taking a very small break, but do stay with us, folks. This won't be long. It'll just be a case of getting the room set up for Papas Fritas versus 1600 V-Bucks, and we will be right back for a losers finals to see who is going to be taking on the very scary and the very talented Gimmick Propaganda. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.